Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Cupid Parasite. Woohoo! Are you excited? I'm excited. Did you have fun last time? I had a blast last time, so let's continue. I'm gonna guess this is gonna be like when we go now to college, since I realized that, whatever. My thoughts, the last part with the thing and the words, and you know what, just forget I said anything. Anyway, let's just go. Once again, I found myself sighing wistfully while firing off a few arrows. The HQH incident that took place after I searched for the term #Cupid just kept coming back to haunt me. I just got married, and it's all thanks to Cupid. Cupid is the best! It had nothing to do with me. It was all about that Cupid Corporation. I found out that they were running an 8th anniversary promotion, and part of that was doing a hashtag campaign. Okay, so they've been around for 8 years. So, I wonder, then, if Shelby has been running it that whole time? Because I'm like, oh, he's young. Well, he's quite a fair deal older than us if we're going to pretend we're a college student. And then go, we're an eternal goddess. We've probably been alive for hundreds of years. So, the age difference really on us now. But, he would have to be, by the time we get there, in his 30s, and then she's going to be like, she could be, mid-20s. Okay, fine. But, it's just kind of, I'm just curious. You know what I mean? Because, he's a young. How young are we talking? And if you're telling me that you think someone in their 30s is young, I'm very happy. Because games are usually like, he was quite ancient and old. I'm only 31. Old man, I'm 37. That's a Monty Python fucking sketch right there. Literally. Anyway. Which must be why so many posts showed up when I did my search. On top of that, it looks like humans are capable of thinking about compatibility between each other even without the help of Cupid's bow. Is that the voice I gave her? Literally? I don't know. Apparently, humans have created something called romantic psychology and have been studying it quite seriously. We gotta make money wherever the fuck we can make money. You got a job, Mars? I'm gonna take your job. There you go, making money off it. Literally. She didn't mean to, but her comments added insult to injury. I didn't think anyone could comprehend the compatibility between people without my bow and arrow. But humans use their innate intelligence to understand compatibility, and they used it to support each other and aid them in dating. She's just like, what? It does make the gods sound kind of stupid and useless, doesn't it? Humans are like, I'm going to use my big brain to figure this out, and gods are like, but I has bow arrow. Mash mad, smack bow. People get together. Makes the gods kind of sound like cave people, doesn't it? Meanwhile, all I was doing was wasting time blaming Lady Juno for the drop in marriage rates. Aunt Minerva also said something else. They're really amazing, don't you think? They really try to do everything for themselves. Almost nobody prays to the gods for help in this modern era. 'Cause when we do, you don't listen, bitch. Yo, Minerva, come down here and help me sort my closet out. Help me organize and shit. I don't know. Come down here and, be my friend. No, she's not listening. As usual, I gaze into the spring and take aim with my bow. I see people crossing through an intersection, people waiting in line. Pink, blue, yellow, green. But do these colors actually reveal compatibility? If they truly were a match, they wouldn't break up in the first place, right? Then, have I always been wrong? I assumed I was observing true compatibility, but maybe that's never really been the case. Cupid's bow is a divine artifact, so it's not really my place to question its effectiveness, but if it really did work, marriage rates wouldn't be going down, would they? So maybe Cupid's bow really has been wrong this whole time. Meanwhile, #Cupid keeps on trending on social media, so the Cupid Corporation's matchmaking process is working just fine. Their bridal advisors might even be doing a better job of playing Cupid than I ever have. Talk about an existential crisis. Like, I can identify about having existential crises on a daily basis. The more I thought about that, the more time I spent in Aunt Minerva's room trying to learn everything I could about human culture. And then we decide to go to college. Humans also developed something called a dating app based on their romantic psychology. It led to doubts in my own work. Maybe humans really didn't need the gods. They'd started using their brains more with ideas the gods never had even considered! I just feel like we're having a crisis. We should be dramatic. Before long, I'd forgotten all about firing off my arrows and was spending all my time researching the ways of humankind. You're definitely slacking in your job now. I'd all about abandoned my role as Cupid, which had not gone unnoticed. One day, Dad told me to come and see him. And I promptly vacated Celestia, never to be seen or heard from again.
Cupid, it would appear you've once again forgotten your duties as a god.
I don't remember if that's exactly his voice, but whatever, it's angry and... Dad slowly paced around the room, glaring at me all the while. He wore the same expression he always had when he was lecturing me.
I understand it's been quite some time since you've even bothered trying to fire your bow.
His voice hurts my throat, too.
And not only have you been shirking your responsibilities, but I hear you've been frequenting Minerva's private quarters.
Yeah, well.
How many times have I told you to keep away from her? You have nothing to say to that? Very disappointed in you. It's your job as a god to help guide humanity. And as Cupid, you have a mission. I hate to repeat myself, but I must. People are no longer getting married because you've abandoned your duty.
I was totally wondering why there was no music going on in the background. I was like, wow, there's really been no background music for a while here. It's because I have my TV muted. I muted it before, and I just forgot when I put this. Anyway. Are you sure about that?
What did you say?
Humans are doing fine on their own. They're handling all their matchmaking needs by themselves. Listen, Dad, I've been thinking. Maybe the marriage rates are lower exactly because I've been using my arrows to force them together. Maybe my way of doing things is wrong and they understand better. Maybe...
What foolishness falls from your mouth? Humans are too stupid to understand. Arrow, go together. People date now.
Like, seriously. They're like cavemen up in here. Jesus Christ. Get with the modern times. Huh?
You think humans are in any way superior to the gods? Utter nonsense.
I'm sorry. Did you invent fucking peanut butter? No, you fucking didn't. There you go. Psh, lawyered.
Humans have only come as far as they have thanks to our blessings, and you dare to suggest they understand better? Nothing a human can conceive of could ever equal the realm of the gods. Do you really not understand such a simple fact of nature? Do you understand the internet? The what now?
Right. What? That's awful. It's pure arrogance. How can you be so cruel? Humans have been working so hard for so long to do things on their own.
Working hard? More foolishness. Anything they've accomplished, they've done using wisdom bestowed by us. I taught you that. Human culture would have never developed without our help. You can't ignore such a fundamental fact. Gods above! This is exactly why I wanted you to stay away from Minerva. You're too naive. The more you're exposed to her peculiarities, the more your own values are corrupted.
Can you stop talking because your voice hurts me?
You're so stubborn! What?
Human wisdom only comes from the gods? Then why doesn't Celestia even have any DVDs?
DVD? What in blue blazes is that?
See? You don't even know that much? It's a device invented by humans all by themselves, without any help from the gods. Humans are not foolish. They have the power to create something from nothing, and it's not right for you to deny that fact. I really feel like this is so funny because, like, this is literally like a 15-year-old talking to their grandparents.
Do you even know what DVDs are, Grandpa? No, you don't. Oh my god, saluda.
It's fucking hilarious.
No, they are foolish. How many cycles of war must they endure without end? Without us, they would have killed themselves off ages ago.
I mean, he's not wrong there. Although you're the god of war, so maybe if you didn't exist, I'm just saying, right? Because, like, he's like, you think I love... Actually, I feel like you do. I feel like you do. So, like...
And if you weren't being foolish, the marriage rates wouldn't be going down. Now go do your job as Cupid.
I will. At Cupid Corp. I have been, but people still aren't getting married, which means our way of doing things must be wrong.
No. It's because you've been slacking off.
We have been slacking off. We can't deny that. I have not. At least until the HQH incident happened, I was doing my job as hard as I could.
The what incident?
The hashtag Cupid happenstance. I was working so hard right up until the day I learned humans have been doing their own matchmaking. Did you know, Dad? They have something called romantic psychology. Humans are using their brains to do things we thought only we could.
They're what now?
Brains. Huh? And they're succeeding at it, too. They don't need our help to fall in love. I think it's time to let them live their lives as they see fit.
You spew pure lunacy! You would abandon your duty as Cupid? Pure lunacy!
Gonna be my favorite line right now.
You spew pure lunacy!
So good. Why not? Humans would be better off if we just left them alone. Dad, the era of gods telling humans how to live is over. Hashtag over.
Listen to yourself. It's pure nonsense. Human emotions shift as easily as the wind.
True.
Leaving them to their own can only bring ruin.
Yes and no. Sometimes. Sometimes true. Why can't you just trust them?
Because their nature has not changed. Without us to guide them, what can they do?
Make movies and have a good time.
I command you to obey. Take up your bow and resume your role as matchmaker. Cast these absurd notions from your mind.
What? So he just wants me to shut up and go back to thoughtlessly firing off my arrows? Talk about absurd notions. This is so fucking great. This is literally like, oh my god, you don't know anything, Mom! Ah! It really is like petulant teenager and like adult argue. It's amazing. I love it so much. We were all her at one point. I mean, except for she's like an actual adult human in age. Well, I mean, she's a goddess, but whatever. And like, he's like billions of years old, but it's the same dynamic right here. Oh my god, you don't know anything, old man. I love it. I love it so much. If I could prove that the power of humankind is superior to the power of gods, that would satisfy you, right?
What fresh insanity is this? You spew pure lunacy! What fresh insanity!
You gotta love Mars for the shit that comes out of his mouth. Whoever wrote the lines for him is brilliant. I love it.
You honestly believe that's possible?
Yes, I do. And to prove it, I'm gonna go down to the human realm, become a common mortal, and do the matchmaking by hand.
What are you talking about?
I'll help people get married without using my arrows. If I could do that, then would you admit I'm right? I said all of that without really thinking about it, and as I finished, I let out a sharp gasp. I should have done this from the beginning. It's better than sitting around here mulling things over again and again. I like how she's like, I let out a sharp gasp. You're like, what did I say? She's like, brilliant.
You want to connect people without using your arrows? You'll give up when you reach the first hurdle.
Well, I won't know unless I try.
Trying is pointless.
Trying is pointless. That should be on a motivational poster. Like the little cat dangling instead of hanging there. It's trying is pointless. Fall to your death, kitty. Don't actually. That'd be sad. I hope there's a little... I'm sure he's like not very far off the ground. It's okay, but...
I demand that you get back to work.
No! He could yell at me all he wanted. This time, I had no intention of bending to his will. Just the idea of admitting it was right made me sick to my stomach. I was more sure than ever that humankind was truly wonderful. And since Dad was being as stubborn as ever, I decided to prove it to him. Prove that humans didn't need the gods anymore. So, I'm serious about this. I'll help more people fall in love than I ever could from up here. All you care about is that the people I bring together get married, right? Not just love, but lasting connections. I'll prove to you I can do it.
Oh? More than you ever could from up here? Do you even know how many people you've brought together from up here? Huh. I knew you weren't serious. Just go back to your spring and...
Fine! If I can become the most famous bridal advisor in the human world, then will you admit I'm right?
Bridal what? What? DVD what?
He's like... I know he's like thousands of years old, but he's like acting it right now. It's fucking hilarious. It's the human version of Cupid. God, Todd. There are like these amazing companies down there called marriage agencies that help people like fall in love. God, get with the times. I just feel like we should be talking like that for her. It's just so funny. This dynamic is cracking me up. It is literally like you arguing with your teenage child. I can't. I'll join the top agency in the world and become their best employee. That would make me the greatest Cupid in the human world. If I seal away my divine powers and then earn my way to the very top, will you admit that I'm right about this?
Huh. If you could do such a thing, I suppose I'd be forced to admit you're right. But you can't. It's impossible.
Whether I can or can't isn't important. I have to try. I'll become so famous they'll have me doing interviews for every magazine and TV.
Magazine?
And when that happens, Dad, you lose. I'll become the most amazing bridal advisor ever and show you how right I was. As I turned to leave, I could feel my dad starting to panic.
Wait, you're serious about this?
Yes, I'm serious. I hate you, Dad. That literally absolutely was... I hate you! Oh my god. Okay, like, and then she goes down and she goes to college, but like right now this is her petulant teenager phase. When she was up here in Celestia, it's fucking funny. After snapping at him one last time, I ran out of the room. I wish I kind of knew that because I really would have read her the whole time she was up here. Like, oh my god, why are you yelling at me? I'm totally doing my job. And I would have made her lie. I would have given her that fucking Valley teen voice. Would have been great. So like, tiny sad violin for the fact that missed opportunity on that one, but because that would have been amazing. It's good. Anyway,
have you found her yet?
And no, not yet. Now I'm on the run and I've got divine soldiers chasing after me.
What did Lady Cupid do this time anyway? I don't think I've ever seen Lord Mars this furious. Just keep looking. We'll get a taste of that fury ourselves if we don't hurry up and find her.
Jeez, did he seriously have to send them all after me? He said I could go and try, but he still refuses to actually let me do it. Knowing him, if they catch me, I'll end up locked in my room for a long time, to say the least. Dad's methods are just too old-fashioned. He'll have me on house arrest without letting me get a word in edgewise. In which case... It's too late to give her that voice, I'm sorry. Yeah, hey. Lady Minerva, I need her to help me hide. I snuck past the divine soldiers and ran off to her Aunt Minerva's room. Oh, we're gonna find her door. Oh, hi, Cupid. I heard you really got into it with your father. He's just terrible. He said all these awful things about humankind. So I told him I'd prove to him just how amazing humans can be. I looked around her room with fresh eyes. I took in all the movies we'd watched over and over again, all the incredible outfits, right? Even the gods had provided them with wisdom, and it was the humans themselves that had created all this. Oh, even if the gods had provided them with wisdom, sorry. That's what I want Dad to understand. And not just him. I want everyone in Celestia to understand. It's not only because of the gods' blessings. I just can't believe that all the efforts of humankind had nothing to do with it. I can't ignore all that hard work. Continuing to mindlessly shoot my arrows down at them just didn't seem right. I'm gonna go to the human realm. I'm going to do my matchmaking as a normal human. Oh wait, are you serious? Very serious. I'm sick of doing whatever my dad says. I want to be more than just the god of love. Oh, how wonderful. And that's my darling niece. No, not just my niece. My absolute bestie. Please, Lady Minerva, please help me. How can I reach the human realm? Despite everything I'd said to Dad, I didn't actually have any idea how to get down there. It's not like I'd ever tried to leave Celestia before. Well, if you plan on actually living in the human realm, we'll have to make some preparations first. Most importantly, we'll have to find a way to avoid Jupiter's prying eyes. Kind of looked like he was wearing an eye patch, so, I mean, that shouldn't be too hard, right? You don't have to avoid one. Maybe it was just decorative, I don't know. Right. I'd always heard that Lord Jupiter had the power to find any other god at will. And he's a member of whatever, just like Dad, so I'm sure he wouldn't approve of my plan. But it's not like you can just snap your fingers and make me invisible or something, right? Right. Well, so even if I could escape, I'd just be dragged right back. My plan had fallen on its face before I could even get off the starting line. But then my aunt just grinned at me. Just leave it to me, Lady Minerva, the humanity fanatic. She clapped her hands and the room got brighter. That little trick had surprised me at first, but not anymore. She has the fucking clapper, come on. First, we'll have to deal with any potential pursuers. Just to confirm, you can't get rid of your bow, right? That's right. Whenever I forget it at the spring or something, it always makes its way back to me. Cupid's bow, a divine artifact that never leaves my side. Leaves my side. Wow, I can't read that. Right? I was trying to say leaves, but it came out leads my side. Leaves my side? Right now it feels more like a curse than anything. When I'm not using it, it takes the form of a necklace around my neck. If I need it, I just touch it and it turns back to an actual bow and arrow. No matter where I leave it, it always comes back. In other words, Cupid can never be separated from her bow and arrow. I see. I thought if there was some way to remove it, that would take care of our problem right there. Wait, really? Really? You see, Jupiter can't actually detect gods, only their divine artifacts. Without that, he can't track you. I had no idea, but wow, she's so casual when she talks about him. But I guess she can do that as a fellow whatever. I couldn't do that. Consentes? Consentes? I don't know how to say that. I'm never gonna, but anyway. The DC. We're just gonna call it the DC. So, we'll have to do something about your bow and arrow. I think I know a little trick that can jam the signal. Jam the what now? Basically, something that'll make it more difficult to detect. Although the exact mechanism isn't quite the same. But I can use the basic principle to make something that'll emit the right noise. Strap it to a necklace and it should be undetectable. I'm sure the goddess of the arts can make something as simple as that for you. So that's one problem solved. Okay. But now that I'm thinking about it, is it even possible for me to leave without Lord Jupiter's permission? To descend to the human realm, you have to make a formal request to Lord Jupiter. Then you can enter the wooden cave near the round table. But if I can't use that, then... My word! Did you already forget about the gate that I created? She did. I did not. Figured that's why we came here. Oh! That's right! Aunt Minerva did tell me about a secret gate she made leading to the human realm. Then, you'll let me use it? Of course! You're my darling niece, after all. So that takes care of the tracking and the descending. But the biggest problem is, how are you going to get along in the human realm? You probably know this already, but when a god enters the world of man, our bodies literally become human. Oh yeah, I've heard that before. Our bodies become human, which means we have to eat in order to survive, and sleep in order to function day to day. I can use my divine powers to create fake citizenship documents and secure you a place to live, but living expenses are another matter. This would be your first time in the human realm, right, Cupid? Yeah. Counterfeiting money could cause a whole other world of trouble, so... I guess you'll just have to work for it. You think you can find yourself a part-time job? A part-time job? Like that thing we always see in the movies? Exactly! Part-time job. Such a wonderful phrase filled my heart with joy. I love how innocent she is. Like, yay, a part-time job! Oh, God. And I go to work, and I come home, and I go to bed, and then I wake up, and I go to work, and I come home, and I go to bed, and I wake up, and I go to work for the rest of eternity until I die. We've seen tons of Sillywood. I love it. Sillywood actresses play roles where they had to work at part-time jobs, and then they live in these lavish apartments because that's realistic. Well, I mean, if you lived with, like, in a nice, one-bedroom apartment or a studio with, like, 12 people, sure. And don't worry, I'll start you off with a small allowance. It should last you a month or so. But if you want to stay longer than that, you'll have to secure your own income. Understand? I understand. Sadly, there's not much else I can do for you, Cupid. Sorry about that. It's okay. You've already helped plenty, Lady Minerva. After all, this started out as an argument just between my dad and me. But my darling niece is in trouble, so I must do whatever I can to help. And frankly, I find Mars's whole outlook on things kind of annoying. Humanity is truly wonderful. All of the other gods just refuse to realize it. Not to mention, Mars always treats me like some kind of weirdo. I wouldn't mind putting him in his place for once. So that explains it. Aunt Minerva was always talking about how she was sick of the old-fashioned views of the other stubborn gods. You know, being part of the DC, it's simply not an option, but I've always fantasized about living in the human realm. Lady Minerva, you have? Absolutely! Oh, but it's okay. I've done all sorts of mental simulations, so don't worry about me. Anyway, let's get everything sorted out. I'm really having fun with this. Now then, what kind of place would you like to live in? She quickly pulled out her cell phone and started browsing through real estate properties for me. I fucking love the fact that she's just like whipping out cell phones and shit. She's got computers everywhere. Look at her fucking VR headset over there. Like, look at her fucking giant computers. Like, all of her movies and books and shit. Like, this is amazing. I want to live here. I love this. Look at her cool fucking... She's got a fucking robot vacuum! Love it. And her, like, golden apple tree, just, like, with her fucking robot vacuum under it. My mission is to run away from home and prove Dad wrong. To live in the human realm. Oh! You'll also need some human clothes. And the outfit from that movie, Hair Bleach, was just adorable. Now, where did I put that? We go down looking like crazy. Once we got started, things fell into place one after another. After all our preparations were done, Aunt Minerva showed me to a door marked 221B. Of course. Oh my god, Minerva! Minerva, you need to be my new best friend. You're my spirit animal in this game. Obviously, 221B is Sherlock Holmes' apartment on Baker Street. So I love the fact that you... Oh! Props to the writers for putting that in there. I love you. I love Sherlock Holmes. And look at it. It kind of actually looks like it belongs in Baker Street, doesn't it? Wow. Behold, the gate created by yours truly that leads to the humor. Okay, that's actually supposed to be in her text box, not in a pink one. So I was like, wait a minute. I figured it was going to be her at first, and then it was pink. I'm like, oh, he must just be saying, behold the gate. Anyway. Behold, the gate created by yours truly that leads to the human realm. Wow, 221B. Isn't that the same as Shamrock Holmes? Shamrock Holmes. Not Holmes with an L, but Holmes. Wow. Shamrock Holmes. I love that. I think we need a sim named Shamrock Holmes now. I love it so much. That's exactly right. I knew you'd get the reference, Cupid. Gosh, I used to be obsessed with that movie. Or the books. Or the TV shows. And basically everything Sherlock Holmes related, generally. You know, once you get down there, you can visit all the locations where they shot it. By the way, that outfit looks great on you. Like a classic rom-com heroine working hard to balance school, work, and love. Have a blast. I will. Thank you so much, Lady Minerva. Keeping in mind everything I learned from all those movies, I focus on things like the dating agency, social media, and of course, #Cupid. I kind of almost, like, look, we always have, like, most of our MCs in games are very, like, simple. I mean, I'm not saying that they're, like, some of them are completely flat, and you are, like, you are basically like a sheet of paper. Like, you got nothing on you. And other ones have, like, a little bit of personality and some spunk and stuff. But no, they're never really as out there and crazy and just seriously off their fucking rocker like Minerva. But that's what I want. You know what it is? Because, like, when you're like, I love this. I'm Minerva, though. Like, hashtag tag yourself in the game. I'm Minerva. Like, she's fucking insane. She's over the top. She looks like she just rolled out of her fucking wardrobe and just grabbed everything. And that's exactly my aesthetic right there. She is a clutter bitch. And I love her to death. You know. My boobs are big, but I do not have a gravitational orbit that keeps gems attached to them, but, you know, whatever. A city and culture built entirely by humankind, and before long, I'd be standing in the middle of it all. Wait. Keeping in mind that, okay, no, I did, okay. I go, when you do back, it's like, like a car honking. Oh, my name's so sad I'm losing my movie night buddy. Anyway, take care, Cupid. Oh, Lady Minerva! I gave her one last hug, and she hugged me back tightly. We've become almost like mother and daughter. I'm gonna become an amazing bridal advisor and make Dad eat his words. And that's the spirit. And now then, I hate to say this, but we can't waste any more time. You better hurry before those divine soldiers track you down. They have no idea how to get in here, though. Could live here forever. And take care now. Make the best of this opportunity. The gate opened and Aunt Minerva gave me a gentle nudge. And then, like, look, we're wearing just this cute little crop top. I fell into the human world. And then I walked through the Lincoln Tunnel. Where am I? Oh! Look at how neon yellow the fuck... Okay. The roads are bright yellow. They were like, no, we can't have black roads. They need to be, like, bright fucking yellow just to, like, go with the, like, totally, like, late 80s, early 90s vibe going on here. Holy shit. What the... When I opened my eyes, I was greeted with an image straight out of the movies I'd seen. People. There were people everywhere. Colorful shops lined the streets. It was a vibrant world, completely unlike the dull divine realm. I mean, seriously. This is like every color imaginable. So this is the human realm. All my worries melted away as my heart began to fill with excitement. Step 1. Go to college and study romantic psychology. Step 2. Graduate and get a job at Cupid Corp. I'm going to become a bridal advisor and learn how to connect people without using my divine powers. That's my ultimate goal. There are plenty of matchmaking services in this world, but it looks like the one with the highest success rate is this Cupid Corporation. Based on my research, it's safe to assume that the Cupid Corporation is the top matchmaking service in the world. I'm going to become the top bridal advisor at the best company in the world and prove Dad wrong. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. Aunt Minerva and I have prepared everything I need to succeed. First off, I need to get into college. Apparently Cupid Corp won't hire anyone without a college degree. I'm going to beat you, Dad. I'm going to show you that I was right. A strange creature seemed to be reacting to my excited muttering. This is the first time we've seen this! Huh? What is that? A divine beast? The DC had tamed fantastical animals of all kinds and shapes to do their bidding. These were known as divine beasts. I remember feeling something bump my shoulder as I went through the gate, but I just figured it was Aunt Minerva giving me one last push. Hello there. What's your name? Chi! Chi, huh? Okay, nice to meet you, Chi. I can't give Chi that voice. Chi! Unless that's all Chi says, then we could absolutely do that voice the whole time. Oh, shoot! I probably shouldn't hang around here too long. Where was my new home again? I wandered down the street while looking over the instructions Aunt Minerva had given me. She'd written the address of a share house she'd found online. In a city like Lost York, roommates are basically mandatory if you want to be able to afford rent. Yeah. It looks like I'll be living with someone named Gil Lovecraft. Aunt Minerva said that the name Lovecraft literally means to create love, so it was a perfect fit for a roommate.
Oh god, yes, and he's like obsessed.
I bet having roommates is going to be so much fun, just like the movies. I wonder what they'll be like. I love our apartment, it's so great. As of today, I get to experience the thrill of having a roommate. Well, here's the weirdest part, because then all of a sudden, like, are we going to go through our whole college thing? Because I kind of feel like we shouldn't, because then we'll get to know Gil too much now. You know what I mean? Oh, look, baby Gil! Oh, wait. My roommate is supposed to be a guy named Mike. Oh, my aunt must have written that in without really thinking. Sorry, I'm not Mike. Anyway, nice to meet you. Gee! I... I'm sharing a room with a girl? Oh, you're kind of fun already. Okay. But you're going to be like the weird stalker thing, so I don't know if I'm going to like that, but... Parasite 5. But he's not Parasite 5. What's his face is? Okay, so now we're back to modern times. So that's what I went through to get here. Even the name I'm using now is just something I came up with on the spot, based on a character from a movie I'd seen. I couldn't say I was Cupid. That you should have thought of. I didn't really know much about the day-to-day reality of the human realm back then, so I made a lot of mistakes. But now here I am, working as the company's top bridal advisor. It wasn't easy, I can say that much. Gee! If that's all Chi says, I love it. Did you say something? Nope, not me. Chi's cry brought me back to my senses. I nearly forgotten I was right in the middle of a meeting with the president. It's just that after hearing the word promotion, I couldn't help but think about how far I'd come. I had no idea Chi was here. I woke up so early I figured he'd still be fast asleep. So you just need me to support these 5 candidates and help them get married? Precisely. All of the other top advisors in the city have already given up on them. I believe they've come to be known as the Parasite 5. Oh, that's true. But he also is Parasite 5, I think. I kind of forgot that they were called the Parasite 5. That's so. But I thought he was still... Oh, no, they're cases. That's right. They're cases, not parasites. They have different, like, stalker parasite, or prestige parasite, right? Like, he's right there and it says it. Anyway. Oh, have you heard of them? Sorry, I don't think I read that. I'm sorry, I don't really keep up with the latest rumors. Good. That's actually better, I think. I'd prefer you not come in with any preconceived notions. At any rate, they say that these 5 stand no chance of ever getting married. Everyone else has essentially given up on them. I think it's funny that you've given up on yourself, Shelby. However, as they're now members of ours, I cannot do that. As you know, our reputation is based on our ability to get people married. You only joined the ranks of the top bridal advisors this year, so it may... Your motivation is boundless. Honor to try. To begin with their profile. Let's see here. This is gonna be fun. Standing there as you're reading the profile sheets without space. Wait until you get to Shelby Wait, is this you? I'm apparently unvariable. God. It's probably because you're kind of standoffish. And suit. Probably people are intimidated by how hot that suit is. It's a sexy suit. I love it. Anyway. At the president's urging, I began to documents. The hours for this one go by so fast, because we're like, what? Anyway. Hey! There's a Gil Lovecraft in here. Gil Lovecraft. Assuming it's the... He was a year above me in college, and he moved out. I haven't seen him in probably at least 2 years. Nah, that'd be too crazy of a coincidence. It must be someone else with the same name. I continued reading through the profiles. Oh, actually, you know what we should have done? Hold on. Can we go back? Can we go... Oh, wait. Okay, B. Oh, scene playback. Let's go back here. Yes. I want to be able to... Okay. There we go. Here we go. Gil Lovecraft, age 24, Baltimore, Los York, 178 centimeters, which is 5'10". I like that they put them both in there. Blood type 0, sign Cancer, July 16th. Occupation freelance editor. Attended college in Los York University. Work location anywhere. Work hours anytime. Days off whenever I want, because he's a freelance editor. That makes sense. Family. Parents. Older brother. Alcohol sometimes. Smokes, no. Cooks, yes. I'm a pretty good cook. I was almost married once, but marriage history, no. Skills and hobbies on your day off. Okay, we already read his. Like, I'd rather dedicate all my free time to my lover. Housework, waiting for the person I love to contact me. Food likes, crab cakes. Food dislikes, whatever my lover dislikes. He's a clingy bastard. Can you briefly describe your personality? I'm extremely devoted. What do you look for in a partner? Whether or not I feel like I need to support them. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite date spot? Snuggling up on the couch and watching a movie. That sounds nice. I'd like to get married after dating for a while. Okay. I continued reading through the profiles. Okay, next one. Raul. Is it supposed to be Aconite? Or it could be, yeah. I mean, anyway. Raul, anyway, 21, Los York. Address secret. My agent told me not to say. Height, 183 centimeters or 6 foot tall. Blood type B, sign, the goat one. Occupation, actor, professional. Pancreatist? Pancreatist? Pancreatist sounds like you, like, what? Leave my pancreas alone, buddy. Like, what? It's supposed to be a prank artist or something? What's a pancreatist? Anyway, we'll find out. Education, high school, work location, depends on set, tournament location. Whatever a pancreatist is obviously some kind of tournament-y thing. Okay. Work hours, irregular, days off. Never really cared much for those. Family, parents. And then he has an X with, like, pets. Or maybe that's supposed to be a circle over pets. It's a triangle over pets, and he says a Gadrasil. Anyway, alcohol, often. Smokes, no. Cooks, no. I usually just eat whatever they have on location. Marriage history, no. Skills and hobbies, on your days off. Pancration, mythology research. Weight training, walking, the mythological society. What's pancration? Pancration? Maybe it's pancration? I don't know, anyway. Food likes. Cocoa, I like to try ambrosia and nectar someday, too. Food dislikes Satan, a.k.a. oysters. Could you briefly describe your personality? I have an inquisitive mind. What do you look for in a partner? Someone I can talk to about the 12 Olympians, the 12 Devas, and maybe a bit of Norse mythology. The Devas just makes me think of fucking... Everything ties back to Danganronpa! With fucking... What's his name and his goddamn hamsters! Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite date spot? A whirlwind private jet tour of Greece and Rome. He's gonna love us because he wants to talk about the 12 Olympians. And like, hey, I'd like to get married. Other. Wait, this is just for research, right? Raul. Ryuki F. K-Sign. 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 Yeah, okay. I can't. Oh my god. I know he's like the fashionista boy, and like, I think he talks in like freaking hex codes. Like, for colors, but, like, the fact that he colored this in, and I love this so much. I like how it fits his personality. 19, hometown Japan, address Los York, 174 centimeters, 5'8", blood type AB, sign Capricorn. Occupation, fashion designer, trade school, Los York in Japan, those are his work locations. Work hours, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I like to be in bed before the news comes on. Days off, weekends, and holidays. Family, he has parents, an older sister, pets, Saluki? Alcohol, never. Bad for my skin. Smokes, no. Bad for my skin. Cooks, only eats things that give my skin a healthy glow. So yes. Marriage history, it's tough finding someone whose face scores above a 7.0. So no. Wow. He's gonna be that bitch. Skills and hobbies on your day off. Erasing any unsightly individuals from my memory. Shopping for humidifiers and other beauty products. You know what? Maybe he should have had the fucking Lupin voice. He's gonna be a drama bitch. Likes natto. There's simply nothing healthier. That's disturbing because that looks dreadful. Food dislikes carbonated drinks, black licorice. Well, okay, you got me there. I hate black licorice too. Any kind of licorice is gross. Could you briefly describe your personality? Genius. What do you look for in a partner? Someone whose face could get a perfect score. Where would you go on a first date? Hot rock sauna. I'd like to get married other, as long as I find their looks agreeable. This is amazing. I love this so much. This is the best. Alan Melville. Alan Melville. Look at his handwriting. It's beautiful. 28. Don't remember his hometown address in your dreams. He's 5'11". He has no idea of his blood type. Sign. My birthday's February 8th. What sign is that? Oh, okay. I'm not going to spoil. I already know something about him. I forgot, but anyway, occupation. I'm a sales technician at a luxury pillow store. Sales technician. I sell pillows. It's amazing. Education. Does education matter when it comes to love? Work location, Lost York. Work hours, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Days off, whenever you're awake. Just kidding. The store's closed Thursday, so I'm usually off then. Family, I guess I'd have to say my pet. Okay, I want to see you tipsy. Alcohol often. I want to see you tipsy. Oh, and then the O face. Smokes, yes. I don't smoke in front of girls if they're not into that. Cooks, no. Marriage, no. Skills and hobbies on your day off. Figuring out the exact height for your pillow. You'll find out when we go on our first date. With a little, like, pea-tongue face. Fucking putting oldie emojis in here. Food. Dreams are so delicious. Oh, and a nice big bubble tea. Food dislikes cucumbers. I just hate how it sounds. Cucumbers. Could you briefly describe your personality? His handwriting's too fancy for me to read. I go for a pretty wide range of girls, so don't worry about it. What do you look for in a partner? I like a girl who can sleep through anything. That sounds disturbing. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite date spot? I prefer a place with a bed, so like at the store, back at my place. Oh God! You know, we're gonna leave him with the Lupin boys. Anyway, I'd like to get married other, just as long as we're compatible. I like how some people, like, everyone's just other. And this is gonna be the best one. Huh? Profile card, name, blank, age 32. Well, now we know how old you are. Wishington. I love how, like, Lost York is supposed to be like Los Angeles and New York, and it's like a thing, but I like how they're like Baltimore instead of Baltimore and Wishington instead of Washington. I love it. 6'1", blood type A, sign Virgo. I like how he doesn't put his name. Business owner, master's degree, Lost York, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Well, we know. Days off, none generally. Family, parents, younger brother, alcohol, socially, smokes, no, cooks, no. People assume I'm a devoted husband, but the fact is I'm not married, so marriage history is no. That's interesting. Skills and hobbies on your days off. To be SS in all things, sleep a little, work a lot. See above. Food likes anything that is plenty. Oh, skills and hobbies. And then on your days off. It's like it's just. Anyway, you probably all figured that out until I was like, wait, huh? Food likes anything that has plenty of omega-3 fatty acids. Dislikes fried foods. Why would anyone want that many calories? Okay, like, let's not be a bitch. Fried food's great, okay? Have you ever had fried Oreos? It's fucking amazing. You know, I'll give the gods credit for coming up with that shit. Anyway, could you briefly describe your personality? I'm always trying to improve myself. What do you look for in a partner? Someone who can accept my work and push me to do even better. Where would you go on a first date? Ask CC's staff. They'll know what to do. That's Cupid Corporation staff, yeah. I'd like to get married immediately. Interesting. Huh? When I reached the last profile, I tilted my head in confusion. All of the information has been neatly filled in by computer, but the name had been left blank. Mr. Snail, who's this? It doesn't have a name on it. Ahem. That's... Well, you'll learn the details soon enough. All of his contact information is there, so please proceed accordingly. Like, all of it, that's, I love the fact that, like, everyone thinks I'm a devoted husband, but I'm not married. Mr. Snail seemed surprised. Shelby Snail seemed surprisingly... Too much S alliteration in that. Anyway, surprisingly awkward when he said that. I wonder if it's a relative of his or something. Oh, girl. Anyway, if I can get these 5 guys married, I'll get my promotion. And then I can shove that in Dad's face. Reading their profiles was great. Well, do you think you can do it? Feels like he's staring straight through me, waiting for the right answer. Oh, okay. This is where we start getting routes. Okay. So this is, we're doing you first. We'll do it for the sake of our members. So there's other choices that we don't have, so... well, that's later, but anyway, I'm gonna see, because do we not... There's some that are in gray, but is it like, what do I choose if that's not available? You know what I mean? Anything else, I guess? Oh, no, we'll see. They all do seem kind of stubborn in their own way, but it's not impossible, right? I'm the god of love. Matchmaking is my sworn duty. I'll do my best. Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. Oh! Oh, cool! We got love points. I like that. I like how you know if you got points, because it's like, pshing, little hearts. Cute. Nice. There's just something so freaking, like... I don't want to say cutesy, but it is cutesy about this game. It's very much like... I feel like a lot of older, maybe, kind of Otome games, or especially, like, maybe, like, mobile ones where you're, like, clicking and it's like, oh, love art! And everything's just, like... That's kind of the vibes I get from this, so I really appreciate it, because, like... There's so many other games right now that are like, here's this heavy, deep, dark plot. And sure, there's romance involved, but it's like, I just kind of want something... I like the fun lightness of this one. You know what I mean? And it's not... But it's not a fun, light, high school Otome. Please, you know, I'm old, so I need to just pretend that I'm like, okay, these are adult people, great, not like we're 15, you know? But I like how it's a little bit, like, lighter. It's not like, I like the heavy games, don't get me wrong, I like the ones with a lot of plot, and there's some intrigue and stuff, and the mysteries. I love that. But every once in a while, you just need the fluff. You need the cotton candy, and that's what this is, because the colors are bright and vibrant, and it's fun, and it's like, hey! It's like goddamn circus. Sometimes, I hate clowns, but sometimes you just want to play the circus game, okay? That makes me want a Circus Otome, but not if I have to date clowns. Unless it was the Black Butler Book of Circus Otome game, and we could date Joker, then that'd be okay. Okay, he's got to be like that. I'm just saying. Anyway, bringing it back. To start off with, I think I'll get in touch with them to set up a meeting. You want to meet with them? Definitely. I'd like to talk to them face to face to find out what kind of people they might be compatible with. Their habits, their beliefs, how they grew up, it all affects the type of person that's best for them. I see. But we have the finest engineers who've already coded the world's premier matching system. However, perhaps such diligence is the reason you were able to become our top advisor so quickly. Look at the sexy look in his eyes. I like it. That's right. I may as well put my degree in romantic psychology to use, right? That's the whole reason I went to college, after all. I wanted to learn how to succeed at matchmaking using the powers of human nature. That was my one and only goal. Well, I certainly hope you're able to guide these 5 into happy marriages. And that's all for today. I'll be counting on you. I won't let you down. I'll get started right away. Of course. I love the fact that we have to matchmake our boss. I love this version of his sprite. It's like, fuck. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to leave that name blank. Making such a request on its own would raise attention, so I slipped it in with the others, but maybe that just made it stand out even more. But using a fake name would have caused even more problems. I suppose there's no harm in keeping it anonymous for now. Still, she wants to have an interview. I suppose I'll just have to bring in a representative. That's what Owen's there for. And that's how the challenge and my pursuit of a promotion began. The Cupid Corporation is now responsible for a group of famously problematic members, known in the business as the Parasite 5. If I can help them all get married, I'll earn another promotion and rise even higher than top bridal advisor. To reach the very top of the Cupid Corporation, which is already at the very top of the industry. Now's my chance to prove to Dad that humans can do wonderful things all on their own. Well, anyway, I'm supposed to have a meeting with the Parasite 5 today, but looks like the problems are already cropping up. I got misted immediately. One was talking about stealing, one was babbling about mythology, and the last was the wrong guy. Wait, which one's 3 again? Oh, that's Gil. Obsessed pairs. I should know this by now. Both the almighty Zeus and the sun goddess Amaterasu. Wow. That's... Sun goddess Amaterasu. That's... There you go. Holy crap. That's the weirdest fucking link between this and Olympia Soiree right now. Freaky! Anyway. Are said to be hermaphrodites, which has led to theories that they're the same god. Lovelorn Parasite. Which one's the red one? I think Ryuki is... Okay, well, Alan's definitely purple. Shelby is blue. Ryuki was probably green, so I think that must be Blondie over here. Okay, anyway. I think it must be Fate. Fate, that's right. Wait, Gil, is that you? Wait, I thought that was Gil. Oh, no, Obsessed is the orange... Oh, Gil is the red one. Oh, right, because he's the one that was obsessed with the gods. Okay, I got the colors wrong. I forgot. Oh, he's Lovelorn, not Obsessed. I figured he was obsessed. Okay, I got the colors mixed up. I thought he was red, but then it was orange. I was like, okay, well, whatever. Anyway, the voices were mixed up. Look, until we get the names in here, it's going to be confusing as fuck with whose color is what, and I don't know whose case number. Anyway. Yeah, right, I forgot, because we read through his thing, and what's-his-face over here, Raoul, right, is the one that was obsessed with mythology. Forgot about that. Forgot. Look, I'm sorry. Anyway. Fate, that's right. Wait, Gil, is that you? Huh? Whoa, Raoul? Long time no see, my friend. I'm so happy to see you again. Wow, yeah, me too. Boy, how long has it been? Oh, thieving. Well, thieving Parasite, I know. Oh, and you two know each other. Oh, well, then why don't we all go for drinks later? Do these bozos even want to get married? I don't remember her voice, but we're gonna find. Clarice, quiet! I did my best to get Clarice to bite her tongue, but she was looking at them all with disgust. And we're gonna marry every single one of them! Except for Owen. We don't get to marry Owen, which is fucking disappointing, because I love Owen. Why can't I have him? Look at him. Look at him in the back with his pretty bitch face and his great hair and that fucking vest. God damn you. I love him. Not only is she one of our bridal advisors, but she's also one of the system engineers who built the company's cutting-edge matching algorithm. She's part of the meeting so that she can get direct reference data for the system from the infamous Parasite 5. Spacey, let's just go. This is a waste of time. Clarice! Clarice was forcing herself to smile, but I could tell how mad she was. Even after telling them that they'd never get married, none of them seemed to notice. That had annoyed her for sure. These Parasite 5 must really be something if they can ignore someone as beautiful as Clarice. Back when we were in college, Clarice had modeling agents coming after her constantly. Anyway, I have to get these guys married if I want to earn that promotion. See, what I actually like, though, is usually you have, like, Clarice or all the other girls are, like, gorgeous, and then you are, like, adorable. Like, hi, we're, like, really cute, and we wear turtlenecks and a sweater on top of it and a skirt that goes, like, to our calves, and then we have socks and shoes, and, like, we're basically dressed like a fucking nun, and we're, like, kind of, like, cute, but we're cute. Like, oh, we're adorable. Aren't you cute? You know nothing. You know what I mean? And I at least like that she's kind of suave and pretty. You know what I mean? Like, there's a cuteness, but she's still pretty. Not like, oh, adorable. I don't always want to be goddamn adorable. Here's me rolling out in my, like, oh, I just rolled out of Catholic school. I have no idea what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Like, we're always so fucking adorkably off. Like, listen. Sometimes we want to be the pretty ones and not all of our friends. Look at our gorgeous friend over here who's like a supermodel and she's beautiful and sexy and suave and we're just like a fucking puddle of fucking sweater vests. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with a sweater vest, but I'm just saying. You know? But like, we're kind of dweeby sometimes. Cute, but dweeby. And I'm okay with being dweeby. I'm dweeby, but sometimes you can be sexy dweeb, okay? Just saying, I just want to be a sexy dweeb sometimes, and we at least are a beautiful girl this time. I think we might actually be cuter than Clarice. Or Clarice, whatever her name is. Anyway, I have to get these guys married if I want to earn that promotion. Hello, everyone. I'd like to conduct a one-on-one meeting with each one of you. Could you follow me into the next room? And this is where we're going to end. Case 1, Gil Lovecraft. We'll find Gil in the next part. Oh god, this will be fun. So we get to go through our boys next time. All right. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.